Thank you so much for joining with us. It is Women's View. We are here. We are so glad. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tuko hapa kama kawaida. And we are here to discuss. Women's View is something we need to do every day. And it's just exciting to be here to join and to discuss. So today, we are going to discuss about the stigmatization, like breaking mental health stigmatization. And I'm not alone also. I'm with a friend, but before that, keep this conversation running. All our social media handles, we are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Welcome so much. So I'm not alone. I'm with a very beautiful lady here. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Say hi and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Cynthia Chabaya. I'm a psychologist. I'm very glad to be here today.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Asante.
Thank you for even accepting to come here.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And today we are going to talk about how to break mental health stigma.
Yes.
And I feel it is a very broad topic.
Yeah.
Educating.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people don't know even what is
mental health?
Yeah. So to start with, what is mental health?
Mental health is a lot of things. It's an umbrella term, yeah? It's your general well-being. We have very many aspects of our well-being. We have the physical aspect, spiritual aspect, the social aspect, and then the the psychological well-being. So mental health is like an umbrella term. You have to be thriving on your physical well-being to have a good mental health. You have to be okay spiritually, if you're normally a spiritual person. You have to be strong psychologically. So it's a whole lot of things and a very simple term.
Yeah. You know, talking about it, it's because this month, 10th has been an awareness day of mental health.
Mental health, yeah.
And then, you know, ukiongelelea maneno ya mental health, in a layman's language, tunaongelea yule mtu already either kwa madhare, shanza kuokota vitu huko nje. So people don't know, are there levels of mental illness?
So mental health, like most guys normally think it's either schizophrenia, which is what you've described, it's either depression and anxiety. But mental health is our daily life, like it reflects everywhere.
So you mean any person, even me, I could be having mental health illness?
In fact, we are all struggling with mental health.
Are you serious?
Including even therapists. we all need mental health support.
How?
So just because they have depression, missing the depression, I'm good, you're not okay. No, we are all in the same. Because we're all raised in the world, and things can be very hard. And sometimes trauma is not just like a road accident, I lost a parent. Sometimes trauma is the small like life challenges we go through.
So if we are talking,
and how we handle it.
So we are talking about something that it's our day-to-day life, and it can happen anytime to anyone. Or does it have a limit? Can it happen to kids? To the poor, to the old?
Most of my followers on Instagram are teenagers, and they reach out and they're like, I'm struggling with anxiety, with depression, with suicide.
Okay.
Yeah. So kama ni stress, kila mtu akona stress. We
Kila
have
mtu
this
akona
thing in the Kenyan, like where we stay that, we go like, you're still a young kid, what is stressing you? Stress at watu wakubwa. It's very common, right? But we all are affected.
Yeah, and when you're talking about it being very common, you know, as parents outside there, we just sometimes when we see, maybe you've said the teenagers are on your social media handle, it's many clients are teenagers. And then when we are talking about that, I'm reflecting and looking at the parents. You see, sometimes when these kids, because if you're suffering from a mental illness, you tend to resist from almost everything. And then the parents don't even understand
what is going on.
Sindio, how can a person realize ama anze kunotice is like kuivo stress ni stigma or how ni illness, and how am I supposed to deal with it? What are the signs zenye zina pop unaona ni kama mimi ninajishi niko na mental illness?
As a teen or as a parent?
Both.
Yeah. So as I said, like mental health begins at home.
At home.
At home, like your mental health, like your mental well-being begins at home. Like your parents must be very very warm, very kind, very loving. Otherwise, they're damaging you unknowingly. Like how most of us were raised, like you go to school, be number one. If you come back, you're number last, unachapwa. No one is even
Yeah.
asking you what made you feel this
Sure,
time,
sure.
and it's all violent. In fact, in some homes it was too extreme to a point where unaambiwa ukuli mkate.
Ukuli.
You
Hiyo
failed.
mkate inakuwa ni ya wale watu
Wamepita exam, yeah.
Aha.
So what that inafunza a small kid is you're only worthy when you're doing well in life. But as we all know, like life has its ups and downs. By the time this kid is 25 and they're failing, what goes on in their mind? Oh, I'm useless, I'm worthless, no one loves me. Even at home, they all think I'm a failure. And then things like suicide becomes an option, anxiety attacks, depression. So the foundation is at home.
So the foundation is at home.
Yes.
And as parents,
Yes.
that's what you're trying to tell us.
Yeah.
As parents, we need to be warm.
Be very intentional as you talk to your kids, as you punish them. Don't
So
do
it's
it.
not everything you punish. Like ile punish kwa ukali, you need to...
After as you punish, show love, you know, like baby, what happened in school, you dropped. Pengine it's something like pengine it's something as big as bullying. But jujulizo umemchapa, how do you like, what really happened? Yeah.
And there is an instance on that note, before we move from that. There's a person, a lady, a young lady who she's going through a lot because of family is not stable, and even parents or maybe people who she can run to are not even guiding them.
Yeah.
And then the father, she tells me, the father always tells her, you focus, leave alone my life.
Yeah.
And then she does not know what is the meaning of focusing.
Of you focus and
and
leave
then
alone,
she has a cocoon. There is just a lot. Could that be mental health?
That is definitely mental health. You know, guys normally think that it's just depression, like, oh, nimeamka leo, I just want to kill myself, I just want to be alone in the house. It's more than that. It's even lacking the courage to face today. When you just wake up and you're feeling like, guy, in fact, if that is your thought process, you really need mental health support. Just simple things like, after when you fail, like, what is wrong with me? Kwani mimi ni mjinga? You know, those small things. So on your case, that lady, uko home kuna shida, sindio?
Yeah.
And then pia in school, maybe pia at work, like life is chaos. We all like deserve support, and mara mingi we go to our parents for support. You will call your mom, you will call your dad. So if home hakuna like a stable foundation, it's really worse for like for a person, and they begin falling into depression pole pole. Mara mingi like see like a one clap, like I'm in. It's very progressive,
because it's not being
from
attended
mild,
to.
moderate stages, then severe depression, and the mild is just being moody, being irritable. So guys just think, hey, sukona moods. But so zingine it's stress.
Let me ask you, because when you talk about mood, and especially when you come to ladies, most of them they say, mi ni mtu wa moods.
Yeah.
Iyo ni sawa?
Kuna moods, I can say it's hormonal, because you're also very hormonal. But then kuna ile, the way I know you, haukuangi hivo. So all of a sudden you're just moody, you're very angry, ama you're overly clean. I come to your house and just move something and you feel irritated, like atoke.
Hi, are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that...
It's called an indicator of anxiety. But most of us don't know tukufunzwa.
Hey, you know, we were calling them perfectionists.
Yes.
If ameacha kikombe hapo ndio inafaa kukaa. Skari isitoke kwa hii drawer, like ikae hapo ndani.
Yes.
So it's also something they don't even know. You know, watu wanasema mimi nakuaga hivyo, I just don't want uchafu.
The guys were like that. Kuna guys were neat, but sasa kuna ile extreme. Kwa mtu umekaa kwa kiti, once you're up, they're there. You know, like it's very detailed, very extreme, yeah.
Moody, extreme cleanliness.
Yes.
Like that one yenye tunasema watu ni perfectionist. It's a sign yenye inafaa kukuambia this person needs help.
They could be too hard on themselves. Because if you're like that, kuna very high chances you're too hard on yourself. So it reflects on your mental well-being. Like how would you be when you wake up now, hata una plans ya kufanya, how do you feel? Like
as teenagers, what are the most cases that you have or you hear from them yenye inaonyesha maybe a parent should be very sharp, because you know it's all about parents to guide their kids. Like now mtoto anakaa hivi, could it be maybe an lack support? Is it mental illness or health in a what is it? How as a teenager? Because those are the people I feel before we move to the next step, let us deal with teenagers. Yeah.
And I think before I go on the science, let me like also ask the parents, how have you been raising your kids? Have you been the kind of parent who was skeezy, like you only speak on your part, but how I communicate, like you never ask them like what is your opinion, what is it? So to a point that they're only seen but never heard. So like before we got the signs, how are you as a parent? The first
raising the kids.
Are you too harsh? Do you get moody and just unawatolea stress? You know, umekuja home, the kids are just being kids playing, and you're slapping or just abusing, like being abusive, like mtukeni hapa hivi nimba na nyinyi, semende msome. You know, if kids are being raised in that in that kind of space, basi kuna shida, you know. So baadaye they become very, very inferior. They become very, like, as you said it, like a cocoon, you know, as you said it, So self-esteem is a main indicator of your kids' mental health struggles.
And that starts with parents. Because, like, you know why I'm interested in them? It's because, as you were saying there earlier, it's like, if you have been away from the kid, the way you have been treating them, and they're now 25 years, there are people who cannot accept failure, you know? Like, I wake up in the morning, I don't even know why am I here? I have failed, I'm nothing, like they feel they're nothing. And then I feel, I think, before they become now very sick, it's us as parents, or it's parents outside there wenye hawajui, but you know, it's maybe they don't know.
It's ignorance mara mingi, ama just lack of knowledge, lack of information, and then pia most of the times pia lelewa hivyo.
Alafu unajua kuna ile ya kama ni Africa, an African mother or an African parent. I'm supposed to be like this. Like, because, and you know, that one we ignored very many things, like the ones you're telling. I didn't even know, like, I need to listen, not push my kids so much, or punish every time without having a two-way. It's a two-way. Wow, that is very nice.
They also have thoughts, opinions, emotions.
And for me to create this person as a very stable person, or a young man, young lady, uko mbele, I need from here foundation.
Like I feel like like most kids need to know that they deserve to be heard, not just to be seen. And us growing up, we felt like just go to school, do what mommy said, what daddy said.
That's what we knew. There is no opinion. Actually, you want to give your opinion, and then they take it as rudeness.
And then that is the foundation of now your mental health, your mental well-being. Because now as an adult, you become a very, haunanga your own opinions, you always seek for validation, even something small, you have to call your friend and ask, sasa, nifanya hivi ama unaona aje? Like you lack your own backbone kabisa, because it was never modeled into you.
Na sasa hii stigma, because we have the word stigma, breaking mental health stigma. What is that exactly?
We need to understand mental health for us to break the stigma. And like we need to know that mental health is not just depression, anxiety, it's a way of living. It's us being intentional, us being warm, being kind, being respectful. And then pia kuna signs we can go through, and our mental health iko on the low, and we have no idea. Like waking up, oversleeping. All of a sudden you're just oversleeping. Like, you know yourself, you're very hardworking, I'm very diligent, but suddenly I'm oversleeping a lot. Or I'm undersleeping, and I used to sleep for 8 hours, it's back to like 2 hours or even 3 hours.
Wow.
It's a very key sign in mental health.
So it's a sign that should be, you
take it seriously. Take it seriously. Things like oversleeping, overeating, and undereating.
We are talking about overeating, and nowadays people love it.
The guys who they stress eat. Now you gonna stress, but you're always just hungry because your body is looking for a distraction. So there's that as well. Things like overthinking is not normal. It's a response to trauma.
Some people, you know, they say, I don't know how far I'm thinking. Because I've thought until sometimes I'm even distracted.
In the present.
Naanza kufikiria. Is that what we are calling too much?
That is even anxiety. And most guys don't know it. If you overthink, you have anxiety. Kuna very high chance you have anxiety. Because you're always in the future. I'm always thinking, oh my God, mom is calling, or somebody died at home. Dad is calling, what is going on? Those are not normal thoughts. That is not normal.
You know, when we are talking about depression and anxiety, it's not like yani haikuji, it's not in the picture. What are we talking about? What is it? Depression ni nini? Anxiety ni nini? How do I know I have depression? How do I know this anxiety maybe in an history?
Most guys just check like in a depression, suicide, like mood changes, I'm good, but hawajui like you're changing. The way you used to work even in your workplace, it may reduce in your terms of productivity. If you used to do, let's say, like a lot of work, you're now doing half the target because your mental health is not okay.
Wow.
And the guys even DM me and tell me like, hi Miss Chabaya, I'm so and so. I was very active, kitambo, but squeeze I just wake up and oversleep, overeat. I'm doing like jobs come as a sales and I'm not selling as much as I used to. It's a very key indicator you're not okay mentally.
You are not okay.
But most Kenyans or most Africans don't realize it.
Yeah, we don't.
So we end up calling ourselves, because I'm lazy, but you're depressed or you're having anxiety. Now how do we?
Unajua, it's until when now your body starts to give the signs.
Signal.
Like, sasa you are supposed to go to the hospital. That is when now people start, ni kama nasikia aje. When they go to the hospital, they are told probably you have high blood pressure, you have depression, nini, and then they're like, me I have high blood pressure, depression, ata hailewi ni nini.
It's because to us, like we're very strong in quotes. Like tumereziwa, like we always push on until we are about to die. So for mental health, like most guys think I'm either wasting my time investing in it or my money. In stress to ya kawaida itaisha
too.
So it eats you up very slowly, By the time you realize it, uko now at, let's say, severe stage of depression.
Let me read this. A few days ago, there's a man in Bumula, Bungoma County, who died, and this man was stabbed. This is how it went. A man in Bumula, Bungoma County, died on Monday during a fight with another man over a woman's affection. The two had been fighting over a woman identified as Njoki. And then, on the verge of defeat, the suspect suddenly reached for a kitchen knife in the house and drove it deep into his opponent's chest, killing him on the spot.
Over a woman. And this action was being done kwa huyu Njoki. So I guess these people didn't know, walijikuta. Give your comment about this. Now that we are talking about mental health, and you know, like huyo mtu alitoroka after the act, ameua mtu, amekufa hapo, akatoroka. Were it not for people around, hangepatikana. And that, I'm just trying to think, a person like this, amewahi kaa chini akafikiria siku moja nitaua mtu. Ama nini, what is that? In most cases, like when we have this kind of sagas, like we normally like reduce the issue to they were fighting over a woman.
That's
the bare minimal, But in most cases, you find that these men even have self-esteem issues, because men also have self-esteem issues.
They do?
For a long time,
we
assumed it was only women who have self-esteem issues.
We thought that. You know, their ego, and then it's up there.
But ego is a defense mechanism.
I think it's just something to hide then if you say their esteem is down.
Okay, not at men their esteem is down, but I'm saying men also struggle with self-esteem issues. Like you can find he only thinks he's enough when he has a woman worshipping him all around him. Uyu ni wangu, uyu nimemweka. You know, they have that thing of wangu nimemweka.
Owning.
So when they see another man, I think the issue is more of a territory fight, not the woman. Like ananibebaje. Like it becomes very personal. It's more high call like Njoki is cheating.
Because even I'm thinking, umepata, you know, I'm engaged to Njoki as a man. I've come in the house and there's another man. Who am I supposed to? I don't even know who this person is. The only person I know in the house is Njoki. Why, like, I thought you would have asked Njoki, why is this man here? Or who is he? Like, are you cheating on me? Because I think these people took it to each other.
But then pia pengine pia kulikuwa na exchange between the two. Because you know, like when men attack each other, they attack each other's egos. Like wewe si mwanaume enough, if you asingekuwa hapa. So hatuwezi kuwa very clear about what happened. But what I know is, if you like for most guys, if you are very violent, you have underlying self-esteem issues, and then you easily feel provoked, disrespected, and even threatened. So, like something as cheating can be, this chick just prefers two men. See about you being less than, just that for her. She just wants two men or two options. But the way you will take it is, nimedharauliwa, and I have to fight for my place as a man. So it gets very violent. Yeah. Then number 2, anger issues. Sometimes we are so angry and we have no idea we are angry. Because as we were taught, being angry ni kuchukua glass, ni kutupie, maji ni kumwagie, ama I abuse you. But there's something called like chronic anger, like you just normally angry na ujuko angry. Something as simple as, I don't like that color, inaku annoy. You know, you just go overboard. Anything small really gets to you. It's a sign that, like pay on your sign that you have anger, you know. Na kama hauko very in touch with yourself, one day you might react very crazily like that.
And might do something like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's not something people sit down and start thinking, mimi siku moja.
There are those like who can think like that. Kuna watu kama hao. But then kuna guys who uko like alipanga msichana mpole ama alikuwa kijana mpole, sijui what happened. Because pia anger is a build up. If you don't deal with your anger, realize I'm angry, this makes me angry, one day you can do something crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Sure, that one is very sad and crazy. Like, why would you do that? Like, evil. And then I'm very glad that you are pointing the issues and the things that a person can see and or rather feel. Aone ni kama this thing is happening. The mental health illness, nini, everything is just around. And then, if a person realizes, ama anaanza kususpect, I'm eating too much, my life is changing,
I'm very angry,
like hivyo, what kind of help, where do they go, how do they help themselves, what can I do? Because even there's some people unaweza mwambia siku hizi nakula sana, hiyo ni kawaida, nijuko na tu stress kidogo tu hivi
ama ni appetite,
imekuja, ama I'm eating less, I'm eating less na sijui ama I'm eating less.
And they're calling you a model, but you're struggling with appetite. And stress. It's very possible. It's happening actually. But I feel like most of us have to pay attention to ourselves. For instance, like, can you tell when you're stressed?
I can.
You can tell.
Sometimes
mara mingi sikuwa naweza kutel.
Sometimes kidogo. But maybe inalingana na the kind of stress I'm having. If it's a stress iko hapo ni kitu imekuja tu hapo, then una feel I'm under stress. But sometimes maybe it's something yenye it's not imekuja hapo and ina ku stress, and then after some time sometimes I realize maybe I've been stressed.
Do you have things that kitambo used to ignore, or if you realize now they are affecting me? I think most of us have had that, me included. Like, you need to pay attention to yourself. Like when you're overeating, okay, enjoy your meal, but then ask yourself what is going on. Am I okay? Is there anything bothering me? Be very in touch with yourself. Self-awareness is very important.
So,
that is one.
You know, as a mother,
you're a mom.
I am.
That's nice.
Sometimes, you lose yourself. There's a I'm talking from maybe my side. Sometimes you lose yourself, and it's not about you. The way you are saying self-awareness, attention to yourself. Saa zingine you don't know what is.
That could mean you're overworking yourself. Unaji overstretch. That means your cup is empty and you keep on giving. So you can stress, unless it's something major, it does not hit your conscious mind that I'm stressed. But no, your body will remind you. Become more sluggish, more moody. You just snap. Are you getting?
Yeah. Wow.
And my self-care is going to the zero. You're not doing your routines. Taking showers enough times, una skip. You know, like unasahau, like the whole day you're just busy, then you skip. Things like that. Very big indicators.
You are not taking care of
yourself mentally.
And sometimes you feel lonely, like kuna wale watu wanasema, especially that happens when a person is married, kids are there, and then maybe you're in a circumstance where you have to leave your work and maybe look after the kids. And then that one I think is big. Mtu hajielewi. the conversation is so nice and we are still continuing with it, but I want us to take a very short break, hata tukunywe maji kidogo, and then we will be back tuendelee na hii show.
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back. We are here. I'm still with this beautiful lady hapa. Anatufunza. I'm telling you, hey, it's amazing. She's Cynthia. We are talking about breaking mental health stigma, and we've just been talking knowing, introducing ourselves, or rather understanding what is mental health kwanza. And it has been so nice. If you are tuning in right now, join us. Our conversation is iko just sawa. Our social media handles were GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Cynthia,
Yes.
Before we went, you have just told us a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, and we've learned how we first know that it's like we are having mental health issues.
Yeah.
Then I want to ask, if like friends or like rather society, friends, relatives, how can we help?
How can we support each other mentally?
Yeah, because sometimes naona ni kama uko na stress. Uko na stress nini, because we didn't know whether it is utu tu vitu tudogo. The small things we ignore, ndizo zina lead to mental health issues. Yeah. How can we support each other as people?
Wow,
Africans especially.
First of all, okay, let's stop telling people they are too soft. When I come to you with my issues, niambie ni msofty. Like go to like just don't call me a softy. Don't tell me I'm too sensitive. Don't tell me I'm too petty. Listen. I understand it can feel petty or like I'm overboard, but listen to people. Don't dismiss their issue of isi important. Indo kitu kubwa, you know. If they're telling you, I had a hard time sleeping last night, don't tell like, ataiwewe, you know, don't do that. Just listen to people. Don't also begin to discuss your problems when I bring up mine. Okay. I'm telling you, like, hey, I just got dumped by a boyfriend. Like, you too. Maybe I was even left by a husband. No, that is not right.
It does not make
it's so not right, because we're very different. We're very different. Like how I handle my issue, see how you handle your issue.
Sure.
Most of us, or mostly us women, like we're very sensitive and we want to be listened to, want attention, and so do the men actually. Yeah.
Wow.
That is one. Then number two, if your friend complains about the same issue every single time, if it's always about breakups from boy X, Y, Z, okay, they need therapy.
It's just above me.
They need therapy.
I should not continue listening.
Because they will drain you.
Okay. Yeah. Alafu nitaanza kuboeka ama nianze kuona ni normal kwake. Atawachwa tu.
Yes. Like they all, like if it's the same issue all over again, kuna a high chance either who has key ama there's so much damage hawako aware of. Okay. So it keeps on showing up.
All right.
Then there are things above your ability, things like abuse, things like neglect. Just ask them kindly to see a therapist, or you know, help them look for one, because again, kuna high chance it's above you. Kama hauko trained on how to handle that. Sure. Don't say things like itaisha tu.
Ama time
yes, ama in church things like it is well. I know it is well eventually, but for now it's not well. And
when you say about church, you know,
like people say it is well. Like, hey, I'm going through some things. Like I just lost my mom, and they're like, oh, it is well. What is well? I mean, what is well? Like grief is a valid emotion, being sad, being angry. Yeah. Wow. At least sometimes just ask people, how do I support you? You know from them. Yeah. Like, how can I support you? You know. Especially if a person has lost their loved ones. You know, stop being an expert in everything. You know it. You know it.
You're not that good friend.
You're trying, and it's very cute, very nice, but
in everything.
Like kitu unajua. So mara mingi we end up like even causing more harms to our friends unknowingly, because you'll come to me and I'll be like, fine, chukue Bible, nikwambia even Job went through ABCD, jitie moyo. But how do you do that? I mean, how do you do that? Hauna tools, pengine pia, again, as if we spoke, hauna any support system at home, even in the work. And then pia church, umeambiwa, oh, it's just pray about it. Just have faith. All will be well. No, that is very toxic.
It is.
Very, very, very toxic.
We need to, if it's supporting where I'm understanding this point,
Yeah.
where I can is okay.
Yeah.
But if it's something that I feel it's above me, I
Yeah.
help this person to get better help.
Yeah.
And stop ignoring, itakuwa tu sawa.
Yes.
Like, huyo itaisha tu, you know, tunasema
Yes.
time.
And then pia kuna times you're going through your own issues, right? So I'm calling you, nakwambia niko na stress, but you're like, hebu ni mlenge huyu. So maybe I have my own bigger problems. Just tell your friends kindly, I'm going through something right now. I can't support you, but I would recommend maybe another friend or maybe even a therapist, maybe a counselor.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
That is very nice. That one I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know nafaa kujua mimi nikimbelembele. Bring your problems, all of them I can solve.
Even as a therapist, I never tell anybody what to do. Sita kwambia, haya, let me know where you're coming from, what happened, what do you think is the best thing to do. Then now you unpack with your therapist. You are the expert of your own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
So mara mingi we struggle with self-esteem and people are calling us humble.
By the
But
way,
ni self-esteem issues. I'm like, hi, sasa, I bought 2 dresses, kama chagulie ni gani mzuri. I know it's something very petty, but there are people who cannot even make any decision on their own. That is not being humble, it's self-esteem issues.
and then what can I do with a person like that?
And as you always give support to them, where I will realize that my friend,
Akona
for the
shida.
longest time, Ajay make any like, how to decide anything on their own, including even who to date, like where to
Lazima,
go for Christmas, you know.
Yeah.
Every small thing. So they drain you as you support them, but the issue is self-esteem, most likely.
You know, sometimes it's very nice that you're talking about it and telling us how we can help each other.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I receive, or rather you get someone, you maybe try to help them.
Yeah.
Umejua, this
Yeah.
is how it was. Nini.
Yeah.
But still, it's like they're not coming out of that situation.
Yes.
Then you wonder, unajua sasa watu wengine wanaanza kufikiria aje, huyo haski, huyo, so that even if we are a pool of friends,
Yeah.
akikuja kwa, alikuja kwako, utamwambia tena hatasikia. Hata, yani anakuwa ni kama sasa tunaanza kumuona she's the problem.
Yes.
Instead of helping her.
Yes.
So I feel it's a very good thing because now we know if it's above us, mtu anafanya repetition of something, you are not an expert, kindly help them to get help.
And pia saa zingine stop giving like obvious advices to people. Like for instance, like I have the same kind of problems. You've always told me do ABCD. Sometimes even ask people like, okay, what do you want? Because it's possible like una impose who you are on somebody else.
Sure.
So hata ikusikia. But because talking sometimes helps, they always come to just to talk. But hafanyi anything you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And there are people who just want to talk, even if they have problems.
Yeah.
Kuna wale, they want kukwambia, lakini decision it's them. Hata ushinde
that is still
ukimwambia ni
okay.
nini,
Yeah.
it's them. So it's also good to realize that we should stop nagging people with our opinions. At
Yeah,
least
exactly.
rather the way you are saying, let us talk.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do I want? Because
Yeah.
I also feel some matters are very sensitive.
Yeah, true.
This person, why am I talking about this?
Yeah.
We've all heard that size 8 had lost her baby,
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima the same.
Yeah.
And that is why I was asking, how can we support each other? Because
Yeah.
that is something, or rather a situation that is very sensitive,
Yeah.
you know. And then because it's now on social media, some people don't even know how to be sensitive.
Yeah.
They send things. Can that be maybe be of a challenge to this person?
I think we should try asking people, how can I support you, Aunt Jemima? How can I support you, size 8? Like, instead of me just telling you all is well, and maybe all is not well, maybe you're still going through it, you know. Life is life. Just try ask, like, how can I support you best? You know, like, just show some, and then peer privacy. Like, don't talk about them, they don't want the same. If they choose to be, like, no, it's a very private issue, it's a family issue, respect it as bloggers.
Yeah, of course, especially those.
Yeah.
But I'm glad because even those people, the celebs, they
Yeah.
also know, they notice, like they don't give a, like they don't give
Yeah.
a
And
damn.
then
whatever you say is okay.
There are
But
things
sometimes-
we say and we think we're being kind. Things like, Mungu atakupatia mwingine. I remember one day a friend of mine had a miscarriage in a hospital, and the nurse was like, usijali, all is well, was there, and then two was ati like Mungu atakupatia mwingine. Aki, it is so insensitive.
We are not supposed to say that.
I know you mean well. I know like you really mean well, but I have lost my kid. I'm still mourning this kid. Even if God gives me another kid, I take the pain from me losing this kid.
Okay.
You've seen with Raburu, Willis Raburu saying that I'm a father of two, not one. I lost a kid. Don't call me a father of one, I'm a father of two, because the grief never goes away.
Yeah.
So things like usijali, Auntie Jemima, utakuwa na mwingine, no.
Na si pia hivyo hata boyfriend nini ndio tunasema.
Na ulikuwa unataka yule.
Usijali huyo is
ulikuwa unataka yule, unajua. Ulikuwa unataka mwingine. Yeah, so it's good to heal. Like, give guys space to heal. Usimarakishe ku move on like, oh, all is well. And then I go like, okay, I'm going like, don't think about the bad things in life. Think about the good things in life. No.
This happened to her.
The bad happens as well. And it's painful for this person.
So for me, it's just being fair and not imposing what.
Don't tell us, how can I support you?
Wow.
Kwanza kama you're a close friend, it can be something as simple of come and keep me company in my home mchana to help me not think about my kids so much.
Wow.
And as you keep me company, let's watch a movie. But when you come with your verses, na hawako ready, I believe in prayer. I believe in God. But there's time for like everything. You know, kuna tu time enye, I just want to cry. And then I can pray later. You get what I'm talking about? I just want to go to God and just cry in His presence. Yeah.
So we give them time.
Give them
we
time.
We be friends. What do you want?
Don't be an expert. I say, oh, all is well, utakuwa sawa. Oh, it also happened to me and I moved on. No.
Pia kwa jobs, even with family.
Yeah.
Women also go through that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I feel they need help because their husbands are, you know, it's very hard for an African man to come and visit you. Sasa nimekujia advice.
Yeah.
Like, vile tu tulilelewa, you are strong.
That stigma is breaking. I'm a therapist, but it's really breaking.
Yeah.
Like, school men are more open. Si kama kitambo. Ni vile pia, we shame men a lot. I think we really shame men a lot. And we lock them out very many things. Like now we have like women's view. I'm very sure kuna very few shows which talk about the boy child. Very, very, very few shows, yeah? So if we lock them out, how will they again come in? Yeah. When we discuss things like rape on Instagram, on Facebook, we bash the entire population, like the entire, it's like an attack on the boy child, what? See the rapist, it's normally like, it's very like harsh, you know?
Yeah.
But men are coming up, but we also have to have space for them, have room for them. Yeah.
And if there is, okay, you are being open and it's good that they're also coming up. So if there's a person going through hardships, you know, it's hardships that make us develop mental health issues. So if they feel they need help, it's open, it's confidential.
Yes. Let the men cry as well. Maybe like be a man.
By the way,
like
we don't.
No, it's okay. We can.
We don't cry. African men don't cry.
They cry in other ways. Kama si kilio ya tears.
They also need to be
They
heard.
begin like acting up, you know. Yeah, like alcoholism, you know, sex, like insane, reckless sex. It's a part of crying.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I feel it's just awareness to everyone.
Yes.
It's not about women, girl child, boy child. It's kila mtu.
Yeah.
All rich.
Yes.
Like everybody need to go through that.
Yeah.
Na vile ulisema we all go through that. Sindio? Everybody, like, because we are living. Tunaamka asubuhi nini.
Yeah.
Like iko hapo na sisi.
Yeah.
Then how do we improve our mental health?
Listen to your body, number one. Like listen to your body, listen to your instincts. Listen to yourself. Learn to say no. You know, things, very small things like saying no, I cannot host you. The economy is bad. Just those small things, you know.
When from family.
Because as we are taught to say yes to everything, then you're polite, nice girl. But
yeah, when you say yes, you're a good girl.
Yeah, like, can I come to your house for the Christmas? Like, yes. In fact, kuja. No, if you cannot host me, just tell me. I live in a bed sitter. Life is tight. At last, na pesa ya food usikuje. You know, like, just small things like saying no. Even at work, like when you have too much workload and you wezi fanya. Like, boss, I can't do this.
Yeah. Na kwanza especially ukisema
Respectfully
hapo.
though.
Ukisema hapo.
Yeah.
Pa kusema no.
Yeah.
People who are living na my in-laws.
Yeah.
If the in-laws una feel
Anakufinya.
sema hapana.
Yeah, I cannot do this. You know, simple things like just having boundaries. Pia mwenyewe take care of yourself. If you like taking long warm bath, at least every single day do that. If you like music, give yourself some time to
Wow.
scare to
Love
music.
yourself.
Yeah, like the small things are very important in life. They make up the bigger picture. Yeah.
You
Things
know,
like if something is toxic, achana nayo. If I'm bad to you, why come and be my friend? Alafu you'll go back and gossip me and tell, oh, that girl Cynthia hata simpendi, sijui nini mbaya na yeye. Alafu kesho you're still there. Why?
Maybe it's because I feel there's no other friend.
Don't be desperate. It's very ugly.
When you're talking about loving yourself, I
Yeah.
feel it's the first thing that you should do for you to overcome or to improve your mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people don't know how to love themselves.
Guys, kwanza siku hizi think that kujipenda is going for a vacation in Diani.
Okay,
it's part
watu
of it.
wajipende.
Ama kwenda sijui sherehe on Friday. They're all important, but it begins with listening to yourself, taking care of yourself on a daily basis, having boundaries.
It doesn't matter whether you're a mother, you are so busy, you have also to be busy with yourself.
Yes, you're also a priority to yourself. You must take care of yourself first.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
People now you know.
you have to. That's self-care. Even saying no is self-care.
Also accepting that someone can say no to me.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly,
especially
that's a good one, yeah.
when it comes to relationship, then a person akiambiwa no, rejection, they don't accept. Mimi usiniache, and I think that is the case where we were learning here that
accept, say no na pia mwenyewe ukubali ukiambiwa no, yeah? Yeah, and then pia space. Sometimes just have your own space. Away from so many noise, so many people, just your own time, your own staycation.
I'm even loving the where you are saying,
yeah,
if you love long baths, do it. Shower, toka
it's
asubuhi
very
mpaka
simple.
jioni.
If you want to eat boiled eggs in the morning
Therapy.
instead of sausages, pick the one and you know the best
Mpaka
thing for
cooking.
you. Yeah.
Don't say that. I
For
love
real,
cooking when
for
I,
real.
especially when I want to distract myself.
Like honor yourself in every small
Wow.
thing. Yeah. That is self-care.
A person has realized it's
Yeah.
because of time. I really wish I could go on and because I feel you're not exhausted.
But it's okay.
But it's okay, we have some more time,
Yeah.
more shows ahead.
Yeah.
But I have now realized it's
Yeah.
like najishuku.
Yeah.
I might be going through mental health issues.
Without your awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sasa nimeona nina suspect kama stress, I'm having it too much, I'm
If it's
eating too
prolonged
much.
stress,
Yeah.
it's either mild depression or moderate. Lakini bado hujajua. So most guys know when it's okay, not too late, but when it's at the severe stage.
Where can I go? How can I get help? Who can I run to?
Okay, I'll start by saying your friends, like your close friends, if they can support you, if they're equipped to support you, you can go to them. Then I'll also recommend therapy and counseling. I think like most of us think like you're wasting money in therapy. Like why will I pay money to come and talk to somebody? But it's more than talking. It's not just coming and then venting to me or to anybody else. No, it's more than that. And then pia, it helps you understand yourself, why you're like this, where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Do you have any, any kind of traumas ukujua uko nayo, and how is that affecting you till to date? So it's a whole lot of things, not just venting.
Yeah.
Because guys DM me like, okay, hi, do you charge for therapy? I'm like, yes, I do charge for therapy. Like, why would I pay to come and vent? And I'm like, it's not just venting.
You're helping yourself.
Yeah, it's more than just venting. It's understanding what's up, then going back and correcting it. Yeah.
And that one I'm using like it's me, umenipata.
Yeah.
I'm helping go through that.
Yes, I'm helping. Like it's a lot of work to do
It's
therapy.
more than even going and
Yes.
taking some meds over the counter and coming.
You're helping somebody unpack a lot of issues. And then, you know, like most of us were raised saying, that's a big deal. Ni sawa tu. Ni sawa tu. By the time uko therapy, you have so much grief and anger you had no idea you had.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that is so good.
Yeah.
And again, it's nice that you've made people know that therapy is not bad, counseling is not bad.
Yeah.
Also, as a counselor, I usually tell people,
Yeah.
it's not wrong for you to come to a stranger
Yeah.
and tell and pour out yourself.
Because we never tell.
Yeah, it's a
never
confidential
tell.
thing. Like, you can even sue me if
Yeah.
you hear it outside and you are sure you had
Exactly.
not told anyone.
Exactly.
So I feel it's a very good thing. People confirm your situation. If you
Yes.
feel like you're having mental health issues, find help. If not from your friends, you feel you can't trust your friends, you can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Cynthia is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people like her, counselors, we are there to help. So seek for that help and support, like the way she was saying. Let us support each other.
And don't judge your therapist. Guys normally think lazima akuwe sijui a particular
Hapo
age.
sasa ukianza. They think lazima ukuwe umezeeka ndio kuwe na wisdom.
But it's a trauma-based approach, meaning I went to school for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I understand trauma and how it impacts people.
You also go through that.
I also go through it. So like, don't like judge mtu ati, oh, huyu anakaa mdogo. No. Can they
Something
support
ameenda
you?
shule,
Yeah.
tumesoma, tumetoka, we have knowledge of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If we want to confirm, we have books, we have things, we know relevant situation or maybe institutions where we can confirm from.
But then again, if you feel more comfortable pengine with somebody else, it's still okay. But then don't judge at all, like thinking that mtu hajui what they're saying.
Sure.
Because I'm not telling you what to do. I'm helping you understand yourself better.
And know
it's
what
a
you're supposed to
journey.
do.
And it's a journey.
Thank you so much, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
It has been a very nice conversation.
I'm
now
glad.
there's someone outside there
Yeah.
who might, a viewer who might want to reach out to you.
Yeah.
Kindly let us know how we can reach out to you. Ndio at least hata kama tunaweza labda hata mimi nina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kindly.
I'm on Instagram, mental health KE_, and also on Facebook, the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Same handle. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, for the information. Hata kama hatuja exhaust.
Yeah.
We feel at least we have gotten something.
All right.
Yeah, so viewer, thank you so much for being here, for tuning in, for the comments and everything. I have felt we have changed. I have understood very well what is mental health issues, what is how to even stop it, how to note that I might be going through mental health issues. And maybe you feel you can, unaweza chat hapo tumeambiwa. Talking is good. If your friends or relatives or rather any person who is close to you is not helping, seek for help. Before uanze kuwa na ma issues, you are going to the hospital, you are being told to go and look for a counselor, a therapist. Just know yourself, understand yourself, na tumeambiwa tujipende. So I have been your host, Shiro Wangike. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep safe.